Ah, hey, good morning everyone and welcome back to my garden slash little farm. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I tie up my tomato plants and get them to climb upwards by just using some metal poles and some string. Let's go. Alright, so we'll just walk past the greenhouse here and head down to my garden. You can see the plastic's all down, cucumbers and all other vegetables are already out here in the field and are looking great. First line of string was tied immediately after I planted the tomatoes. That is an unnecessary step. I do it because it gives me peace of mind for strong wind, even though most likely they'll be fine. But still, it also helps me determine I've actually got the plants all in line. Anyway, they are now definitely ready to be tied up again, and so let's get right to it. Here's what we're gonna need to get started. So first and foremost, we need tomatoes that need to be tied, which we have. We are going to need some type of poly twine. This is by Everbuilt. I get this at Home Depot. 6,500 feet of it, so there's a lot in this box. It's pretty heavy at first, but I just take some duct tape on top to strengthen the corners. Zip ties. These are reusable zip ties. I've been using them for like 6 years now. This is year 8 in the garden, but I've been doing this for 8 years, but I've modified how I've done it till now. So then I make a little backpack so I can wear it, or a little shoulder strap. You'll also need a length of PVC pipe with the string ran down through it. I will show you what that's all about, and you will need something to easily cut with. I use this one. You see I wrote good on it because the blades are still sharp. I believe I bought a whole bunch of these a while back at, I believe Northern Tool. We just happened to check it out. It was new in town. I think I bought like 30 of them. They were $1 a piece. They have come in so handy just to cut things real quick. Bags of mulch, whatever. Yeah, so let's get started. I'm going to actually have the GoPro today as well, so we'll have a couple camera angles and we'll be able to show you some detail, hopefully, on exactly how I do this. All right, into the field we go. All right, so now here we are. Let me try to get in frame so you guys can see me. All right, there we go. I've got my box of string over my shoulder. I've got the string running down through the pipe. That is the most important part. We can see we can come up to probably here to tie up these tomatoes. So we come up to about make it a little too tall right here. We're gonna leave a good length of string hanging out. That's important when we come back through, so we have something to tie to. Give this a couple loops, both directions, and it ties up. The stuff ties up super tight. So now I'm gonna switch to the GoPro, and this will kind of be like a time lapse. You can watch me do all this, and I'll be talking on the GoPro from here on out. So string on my back, string going down through point. All right, let's go to the GoPro. All right, so the important part I was just talking about, the string going down through. Let's see if you guys can see the top of the pipe. There you go. So the string is going from my backpack, right here from my backpack, down through the top and down through the bottom to it. This is a modified, this is a Florida weave, but I modify it because I do not weave. I just make it straight. The tomatoes have no problem supporting themselves. I haven't had any issues in the past. So we come through like this. We can see the top of the tomato and we can tighten by pulling back just like that. It's a little too tall. It raised up quite a bit. Tighten it up and go around and on to the next. And we keep going and we don't stop. And doing this, we can see right where to put it. We can make it very tight because I'm pulling through the pipe. The string lays down there for me. So it's all about quick and speed. I'm already halfway up my first 100-foot row of tomatoes, and they are getting some awesome support. I use metal poles, as you can see. I used to use wood. They go bad faster than you think they would. And I mean, I bought them used and they were really expensive for going bad that fast. So we get the metal ones now, and now we've been adding them each year, and now we have enough that we can get all of what we need done. And also I'm tying today because we have a forecast of a ton of rain coming, but we are in a major drought, so I think we need more than 10 or 12 inches total to catch up to the drought that we're in. And that's kind of crazy. I hope this footage is worth watching, or at least informative. If you can see me wrapping it, here we are to the end of my first 100-foot row. And we're gonna wrap this one off. And here's what's really awesome. Sometimes I stop here and shake my arm out a little. But if you can look back, we're already at the top here. Greenhouse is way down there at the end. And now I'm already around it, and I'm going back. I haven't had to bend over once. You notice these plants here are a little short still. That's okay, we can grab under and we can pull them tight. And now we just go. Now we just go and put it into the front so that it holds up the tomatoes. This one doesn't need a double wrap because it holds pretty tight onto the string. Tomatoes are very resilient anyway, but with all the rain that's scheduled to come, I know they're gonna do some crazy growing, and I want to make sure they don't flop over or get hurt. Oh, yeah. Awesome. This way is super easy to wrap a 100-foot row. A 100-foot row in real time. I'm able to slide the string up with my left hand and wrap it up pretty good with my right arm, pulling tight, of course, each time. Now we're to the end. We're back to the end. There we go. This is where a good fast cutting tool is awesome, because we are at the end. Let me tilt the camera up. We can cut quickly. Here's where that length of string I was talking about I like to leave. That comes in handy. Give it a wrap so it doesn't come loose when I release to do the tie, and a simple knot. And that's it. That is a 100-foot row of tomatoes tied, held up with a modified Florida weave. I don't like to weave them. We don't get hurricanes as far in like I am. We don't get wind like they do in Florida, that's for sure. Okay, so on to the next row. Let's do it. We're gonna repeat the process, and yeah, let's do it again. Whoopsie. Put this GoPro back down some for you guys. Cut her in the pocket, and let's tie off. So first off, we're gonna tie off over here. Make sure we're at a good height. Leave some extra sticking out. Double wrap to cinch. And a tie. Let me pick up our pole. Pin this back down. And let's tie a second row of tomatoes. Just as simply as the first one. Going down, wrapping behind the metal pole, pulling tight by backing up and yanking on the pipe. I'm also holding the string in my hand. I'm using my hand as a brake. But you'll notice over time the string actually eats into the PVC and not into your hand. Ooh, I almost ate it. It has gotten slippery because I watered this morning. That would have been a good one for the blooper reel. Not if I would have put my face through that metal pipe. Alrighty. Anywho, being carefuler, more carefully, doing it. Tight here. Oh yeah, these are looking great. These are those mimosas. Never had them before. They're a yellow or almost even champagne colored. They seem like a cherry tomato. Or I think actually a grape tomato. We're actually already at the end of this row. It's a short row. Not as many of them germinated as we had hoped, but that happens. But what is at the end here are 4 free 4th of July tomatoes that we got from, I think, Seeds and Such. The same people we got the string beans from. All right, let's go right back on this. Be careful, being careful not to slip. Letting my arm rest for just a second. Stretching tight, pulling tight. It's also with the metal poles, we can get a lot tighter. So my modified weave here, as I call it, because I'm not weaving in and out of the plants. 8 years I have not had to. I have not needed to. Hard to speak and think at the same time out here. Getting hot already. 96 today for no reason. We are still in May. I think tomorrow though it's going to be 66 degrees is the high. So we're having some crazy weather, but the tomatoes will love that after this heat because they need a break. And now the amount of rain they're calling for could do more damage than the heat we've had if we get as much as they're calling for. But hey, things happen, right? That's right. Okay, now we're down to the bottom again. All right. Cut quickly. Quick cutting tool, very good. My long piece of string, so it could easily tie. Sorry about that. Ugh. Tie that up tight, and tie that one tight. Very tasty, very good. That's gonna be awesome. All right, one last row. Might as well knock it out real quick on the GoPro. Can you guys see still? Kind of get tilted over here. Leave a little bit of extra length. I see some ants. As long as you ants don't try to bother me, I won't bother you. All right, guys, let's do this. All right, one last row. And I just want to say real quick, I have not turned the GoPro off yet, and we're at, let me turn this down so you guys can see. We are just at 9 minutes that I have tied up all of these tomato plants. Oopsie. And I think this year all of our varieties are indeterminate. And we pretty much I like to do those here because they grow and grow and grow and grow, and then they're done because our summer gets super hot and it's going to kill any tomato anyway. We're in zone 7A in Virginia, Spotsylvania area, near to Spotsylvania, and well, our summers have been getting hot lately. I'm not complaining, but the plants are. And they can't talk, so I gotta complain for them, I guess. All right, here we go, guys. Getting up to the end of this row. At this point, your shoulder should be burning. Mine always is, but that's just because you don't do it every day. You only do this once every week or so. After this rain, I probably have to do it during the rain even. All right, one last pass, go down here. I see a little bit of sun damage, not too bad. Could have been worse. All right. Every now and then the string has a little twist in it. It pops out the pipe wrong, almost like a knot, but they pop out pretty easy. What I love is that it's a continuous piece of string, so it just keeps coming out the box till you're done. And all the string at the end of the year I chop out, pull out of the tomatoes, and bag up and throw in the recycling at my dump. I've been told they don't recycle it, but If they don't, that's pretty much a waste of time to have the bins then to trick everybody. They could just have us throw it all in the landfill, but I try. All right, so we are at the end of this row. The tomatoes are tied. It took 12 minutes to tie up over 150 tomato plants. Quick cutter, always handy. So awesome. Just the ability to be able to cut the string without having to fool around too much makes a big difference. Awesome. All right, so with just some string and a piece of PVC pipe and something to cut with, in 12 minutes, without bending over, except to tie this end only for each of the rows, I was able to tie up over 150 tomatoes. They're super happy. Oh, I'm excited to taste the new varieties this year, and of course to taste the old varieties. Pepper plants are looking good. Squash and zucchini looking great. Even first time this year, we're trying some sugar baby watermelons. They're looking good too. We're gonna train them up the row and interweave them down this row in and under the eggplants, because we can run them. The eggplants get about this tall, so we can run them underneath into the front under the flowers. Flowers will go here later. New sunflower garden I just finished yesterday up there where you can see the bench. Cucumbers coming up, and oh man, check out the beans. So many beans. Anyway, guys, a few things in the greenhouse still. Some hot peppers right here. My buddy gave me a bunch of flowers in there. You can see those are our cosmos and zinnias that are going to go out. Super hot peppers right there. Carrots are in here. I'll move out later. And well, there's a few more things right over here. This gets too hot in the greenhouse today. We've got all our sunflower starts that'll go out in the sunflower garden. A fig my buddy gave me. Cucumbers, I started to have a second wave coming. My dill is coming along nicely. Soon it'll be ready to transplant along with these marigolds. Well, awesome. Thank you guys for joining me. Please hit that subscribe button. I know there's lots and lots of channels and everybody has their own way of doing things. I like to learn about many different things and then try to come up with my own ideas and do things my own way and what works for us. So if you like what you see, like I said, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys next time. You can come back and join me in my garden. I'm out here every day. Rain or shine. Oh, look at that kiwi. Again, all the little fruits died. Guess it's not self-pollinating. Anyway, see you guys next time.